Good evening, this is TC and English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Ninghoi Kim Khong Sai. First, the headlines. KSO Cherachampur condemns recent incidents of attack on one individual and abducting of a school teacher within the town. Indian Medical Association announces nationwide withdrawal of several services by doctors on August 17 in protest. News in detail. The Kulki Students Organization KSO Cherachampur expresses grave concern and condemnations regarding a series of violent incidents that have recently plagued our community. In its press statement, the Kulki Students Organization Cherachampur said yesterday Wanlal Thom Gangte, son of late B. Dongzalal Gangte, a resident of Gangte Community Complex, was viciously attacked by unknown assailants at his home. This brutal assault has left Gangte in a critical condition, and he is currently fighting for his life at the district hospital. In another alarming incident on the night of 14 August 2024, a school teacher and his student were abducted from Damkam Bazaar, New Lamka, while returning home from tuition classes. It is reported that the motive behind this abduction is ransom. The KSO Cherachampur strongly denounces this heinous act of violence and criminality, which threatened the safety and security of our town, and therefore call upon the relevant authorities to swiftly identify and apprehend the perpetrators, ensuring they face justice in accordance with the law. Lastly, the KSO Cherachampur remains steadfast in its commitment to maintaining the peace and harmony of our town. The Kulki Students Organization Cherachampur pledges full cooperation with law enforcement agencies in their investigations and urges them to take all the necessary actions to prevent such incidents in the future. Today, the Indian Army organized a program at the Phoenix Institute in Scotland, where Company Commander Lieutenant Shivansu Tomar addressed the gathering. The program was themed Symbol of Unity and Friendship Day. Around 100 students from Phoenix Institute participate in the event. Lieutenant Tomar emphasized the importance of unity and friendship between the army and civilians, and encouraged the students to strive for excellence. He also mentioned that Independence Day is a significant occasion to remember the sacrifices of our freedom fighters. The students of Phoenix Institute organized a drawing competitions, essay competitions, group song, dance to mark the occasions. Winners of the competitions were awarded prizes, and consolation prizes were also given to participants. The program concluded with a volleyball match between Class 7 and Class 8 students. The event was a huge success, showcasing the talents of the students. Indian Army officer Lieutenant Dan Yi Khamsang Liana also graced the occasions, inspiring the students with his presence. On August 15, the Bizang Women Welfare Association launched an anti-drugs drive in Bizang, and during the campaign, they raided 4 shops along the Tidim Road. In one shop, they found brown sugar and heroin, and in 3 other shops, they found other illegal substances. The association has warned that if such activities continue, they will shut down the shops permanently. For many years, the people of Bizang have been suffering due to drug abuse, but today, the Bizang Women Welfare Association has taken a strong stand against it. They have declared that they will not tolerate any drug-related activities, including selling, buying, or using drugs in the area. The association's leaders have warned that they will take strong actions against anyone involved in such activities. On August 15, 2024, the Myanmar Army and its allied forces, including the SNA, VBIGs, NSC and IM, and PUSOT, burned down 16 houses in Daezang village. This incident occurred at around 1:30 p.m. on August 15. Similarly, On August 14, around 10 houses were burned down in the same village. The Izang village is located in the Motis sub-township of Talmu Township near the Minter, also known as Minta area. It also known as Kyunpinter. The village is inhabited by people who are mostly farmers. The junta forces have been active in the area, and there have been reports of clashes between the military and local armed groups. The village is situated near the India-Myanmar border, close to border pillars number 90 and 91, and is adjacent to Moirangtel, Wangli, and Namli villages in Kamlong district. The 78th India's Independence Day was celebrated at the Integral Checkpost Murray. The auspicious event was attended by various stakeholders including Land Ports Authority of India, LPAI, Immigration Department, Land Customs Department, Border Guard Forces yesterday. Indian Army veterans belonging to the Kuki-Zo community and leaders of the Hill Tribal Council Murray also participated in the program. The celebration started with Rashtriya Salute by the 5th Assam Rifles, and tea by the manager ICP Murray hosted the national flag, followed by singing the national anthem. Tea Baite, in his speech, honors the sacrifices of the freedom fighters. Our very own soldiers are protecting us at the frontiers. There is nothing more touching to those brave men than our appreciations and gratefulness for the tough lives they lead while protecting us, Tea Baite said. He also thanks stakeholders and advocacy on love, respect, and hard work so as to make India a better place. The program concluded with a vote of thanks and refreshments arranged by the Assam Rifles. The Indian Medical Association's IMA on Thursday night declared a 24-hour nationwide suspension of non-emergency services starting at 6 a.m. on August 17. The top medical body took the decision in response to the rape and murder of a female trainee doctor at Kolkata state-run RZ Kar Medical College and Hospital. Although essential services will continue and casualty wards will remain operational, the outpatient departments, OPDs, will be closed and elective surgeries will be postponed. The suspension of services will apply across all sectors where modern medicine doctors are providing care, according to IMA's announcement. Subsequent to the brutal crime in RZ Kar Medical College, Kolkata, and the hooliganism unleashed on the protesting students on the eve of Independence Day, Wednesday night. The Indian Medical Association declares nationwide withdrawal of services by doctors of modern medicine from 6 a.m. on Saturday, 17/8/2024 to 6 a.m. Sunday, 18/8/2024 for 24 hours, the statement said. Doctors, especially women, are vulnerable to violence because of the nature of the profession. It is for authorities to provide for the safety of doctors inside hospitals and campuses. Both physical assaults and crimes are a result of indifferences and insensitivity of the authorities concerned to the needs of doctors, nurses, and other healthcare workers, it added. The decision for a nationwide withdrawal of non-emergency medical services was made after a meeting between the Indian Medical Association's IMA and its state branches. On Thursday, the IMA strongly condemned the vandalism that took place at Kolkata's RZ Kar Medical College and Hospital, where doctors have been protesting since the evening of August 9 in response to the alleged rape and murder of a female doctor. Earlier that day, the IMA slammed the authorities, saying that those whose negligence allowed such a heinous crime to occur have once again failed to uphold law and order during a critical CBI investigation, adding that this vandalism, committed with impunity, signals an alarming breakdown of law and order. According to Kolkata police, around 40 miscreants disguised as protesters stormed the hospital, vandalized property, and threw stones at law enforcement officers. The police were forced to use tear gas to disperse the crowd. The attackers, armed with sticks, bricks, and rods, caused significant damage to the emergency ward. The vandals overturned a police vehicle and damaged multiple two-wheelers, while some police officers sustained injuries during the chaos. The nation pays homage to former Prime Minister and Bharat Ratna Atal Bihari Vajpayee on his death anniversary on Friday. A prayer meeting was organized at the Samadhi of Atal Bihari Vajpayee at Sadaiv Atal in New Delhi. President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid flower tributes to former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee at Sadaiv Atal this morning. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha Harivansh, and Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, among other prominent leaders, also paid their tributes. With 442 million gamers, India is the second largest gaming market in the world behind China. Nevertheless, the country's esports ecosystem lacks major titles. India's gaming sector is currently valued at around 3.1 billion. India's gaming sector is currently valued at around $3.1 billion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Independence Day address holds significance for game developers in the country. I am seeing a big market that has come up in the field of gaming, but even today, the gaming world has a big foreign impact in terms of producing the games and earning revenues. India has a big heritage in the area, and we can bring lots of new talent to the world of gaming, the PM said. Several gaming analysts and companies agree with what the PM has said. According to Anurag Sajina, the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of industry body e-gaming federations, India has about 40% of the world's games, cornering less than 1% of the gaming revenues. We need to build a stronger foundations of talent and skills. Scaling is an integral part of India's AVGC policy. Premier institutes like IIMs and IITs should now look at curriculums and pedagogies that are oriented towards future skills rather than skills of the past, he said. After years of working for US-based studios and other global majors, the Indian gaming studios are finally taking steps to create India's own AAA games or titles, a classification that signifies high-budget, high-profile games typically distributed and produced by large producers. Popular AAA games include titles like Minecraft, GTA 5, Call of Duty, and Fortnite, among others. The idea is that making products in India and selling them to the world is phenomenally lucrative. This export has been going on, but unfortunately, real money gaming has cornered most of the internet in India. But there are some period studios around which are still pursuing this export idea, where one of them said co-founder and CEO Games True Wind, a company developing casual games for mobile. Pune-based Super Gaming is another studio working on a big budget title. The company recently rolled out the beta for its Battle Royale games Indus Battle Royale on Google Play for Android users, garnering an immense 12 million pre-registrations. Similarly, Mayhem Studios, a mobile Premier League MPL-backed game developer, announced that the closed beta launch of its Battle Royale game Underworld Game Wars (UZW) earlier this year. Other emerging studios such as Light Fury Games, a promising new gaming startup that recently secured $8.5 million in funding, are also working on producing AAA titles. The market has been largely dominated by foreign titles due to lack of homegrown games. The Indian government's recent push for local game development is a crucial step in bringing these games, say Siva Nandi, founder and CEO of esports firm Sky Sports. The Indian gaming industry is expected to grow to $8.92 billion in the next 5 years, says a recent report by Grant Thornton, Bharat and the e-Gaming Federation. The other reason why the gaming sector fund mentioned in the PM's speech is its potential to create jobs. There are around 15,000 game developers and programmers in the country, and the industry remains a vital role in job creation. Workforce growth in the gaming sector has increased 20-fold from 2018 to 2023, with a remarkable 97.56% compound annual growth rate (CAGR) over the same period, according to a report by Prima's partners. We believe that online gaming will be the cornerstone of the $1 trillion digital economy. In the coming years, we expect to see many more Indian developers make in India for the world. This vision aligns with the government's broader goals of fostering innovations, creating job opportunities, and positioning India as a leader in the global digital landscape, said Roland Landers, CEO of industry body All India Gaming Federation. The opposition on Thursday accused Prime Minister Narendra Modi of peddling a divisive agenda, with the Congress slamming his communal civil code remarks during his Independence Day speech as a gross insult to B.R. Ambedkar. The Congress also alleged that Modi's capacity for malice, mischief, and maligning history was on full display at the Red Fort. The Congress denunciations came in the wake of Modi saying a secular civil code is the need of the hour, as the existing set of laws is a communal civil code and discriminatory. In his Independence Day address from the ramparts of the Red Fort, the Prime Minister said, "A large section of the country believes, which is true also, that the civil code is actually, in a way, a communal civil code. It discriminates among people," slamming Modi. Congress General Secretary Jairam Ramesh said. The non-biological PM's capacity for malice, mischief, and maligning of history knows no bounds. It was on full display today from the Red Fort. To say that we have had a communal civil code till now is a gross insult to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who was the greatest champion of reforms in Hindu personal laws that became a reality by the mid-1950s. These reforms have been bitterly opposed by the RSS and the Zansang, Ramesh said in a post on X. He also cited para 1.15 of the 21st Law Commission's 182-page consultations paper on reform of family law to drive home his point. While diversity of Indian culture can and should be celebrated, specific groups or weaker sections of society must not be disprivileged in the process. Resolutions of this conflict does not mean abolitions of all differences. This commission has, therefore, dealt with laws that are discriminatory rather than providing a uniform civil code, which is neither necessary nor desirable at this stage. He quoted the document released on August 31, 2018 as saying, "Most countries are moving towards recognition of differences, and the mere existence of difference does not imply discrimination, but is indicative of a robust democracy." The Congress leader quoted the document as saying, Communist Party of India CPI General Secretary D. Raza said Modi's Independence Day speech did not place any issue before the country to ignite and inspire people. Whatever he spoke is in line with the sinister, divisive agenda of the RSS, Raza told PTI. The Prime Minister speaks about 2047, but he failed to address the issues of plurality and diversity of the nations. He is trying to impose uniformity on the country, he alleged. The left leader said, among other things, Modi did not talk about what is going to be done regarding the allegations made by the U.S. soil seller Hindenburg Research. What is he going to do with the Hindenburg allegations? All institutions are compromised and the CEBI is compromised. The Elections Commission was compromised earlier. The Prime Minister could not address any genuine issue that the country is facing today, he said. National Federations of Indian Women, NFIW, General Secretary and CPI leader Edi Raza also slammed Modi and questioned the idea of one nation, one elections. What is one nation, one elections? He is boasting about making this country an economic superpower by 2047. He should have that same confidence to say that this country can have elections at different times, she said. A day after a violent mob ransacked RZ Medical College and Hospital, Kolkata police announced on Friday the arrest of 19 suspects allegedly involved in the attack on the hospital premises. 19 arrests so far in RZ Hospital vandalism. 5 of them were identified by social media feedback. If you recognize any of the suspects from our earlier posts, kindly inform us. Thank you for your support and trust, Kolkata police posted on their official handle on X. Yesterday, the police released images of suspects believed to be involved in vandalizing equipment at the hospital. On social media, Kolkata police posted, "Information wanted. Anyone who can help identify the individual circled in red in the images below is requested to do so, either directly to us or through your local police station." They also shared a video asking for help in identifying the miscreants seen attacking the barricades. The police stated that the crime scene had been preserved and issued a warning against spreading rumors, stating that legal action would be taken against those who did. On Thursday, authorities revealed that a mob of approximately 5,000 to 7,000 people, including numerous individuals, stormed RZ Hospital on the night of August 14. The attackers targeted protesting doctors and medical students and attempted to ransack the facility. In response, the Indian Medical Association (IMA) has announced a nationwide strike by doctors of modern medicine set to begin at 6 a.m. on Saturday, August 17, and end at 6 a.m. on Sunday, August 18. The unrest follows the rape and murder of a postgraduate trainee doctor at RZ Medical College on August 9, which has sparked widespread strikes and protests within the medical community. More than 40,000 Palestinians have been killed as a result of Israeli military actions in Gaza since the 7 October Hamas-led attack on Israel, the Hamas-run health ministry says. That number, 40,005 on Thursday, equates to about 1.7% of the 2.3 million populations of the territory, another sobering indications of the human cost of the war. Alongside the fatalities, satellite images analyze suggest nearly 60% of the buildings in Gaza have been damaged or destroyed since the beginning of the war. In the past few months, the southern city of Rafah has suffered the most damage, imagery shows. The ministry's figures for the number of people killed do not differentiate between civilians and fighters. However, its breakdown of identified reported fatalities says a majority are children, women, or elderly people. This month, Israel's military told the BBC that more than 15,000 terrorists had been killed during the war. International journalists, including the BBC, are blocked by Israel from entering Gaza independently, so are unable to verify figures from either side. In the past, figures from the Gaza Ministry of Health (MOH) were widely used in times of conflict and seen as reliable by the UN and international institutions. It only counted deaths registered in hospitals with this entered in a centralized system along with names, identified numbers, and other details. However, by late last year, the MOH was unable to function effectively with overflowing mortuaries, fighting in and around hospitals, and poor internet and phone connectivity. The Hamas government media office, GMO, in Gaza began publishing number of deaths, including reports given in reliable media. UN agencies started to incorporate these into their data breakdowns as well as MOA's figures when updates were available. More recently, Gaza's MOH has begun to incorporate those reported as killed in the war, including by family members online, in its overall tally. However, it also counts separately the number of identified bodies among the total number killed. The UN now quoted these figures, with officials attributing them and stressing that their Gaza teams cannot independently verify them due to the conditions on the ground and the high volume of fatalities. Israel has consistently questioned the credibility of the information. In May, the Foreign Minister Israel Katz described it as fake data from a terrorist organization. Several experts have said the actual number of people killed as a direct result of the war in Gaza is likely to be far higher, with local officials estimating that about 10,000 bodies remained under the rubble of buildings hit by Israeli airstrikes. Ali Ashraf Atal, 15, told the BBC he spent 2 months digging his dead family from the wreckage of their bombed-out home. His mother, father, brother, and 2 sisters were killed when it was hit by a strike. Ali was in the building too, but survived after being trapped under the rubble for 7 hours. As West Asia continues to be on its days after Israel allegedly targeted former Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran, White House National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby said on Thursday, August 15, that the U.S. does not know if and when Iran retaliatory attack against Israel might occur. But Washington said it does not have information that it could come with little or no notice. We have information that an attack could come with little or no warning, and certainly could come in coming days, and we have to be ready for it, Kirby told in a phone briefing. I can't sit here and tell you for sure that years paint a desistant to change their mind, and I can't tell you for sure if they attack what that is going to look like or even what it would occur, Kirby added. We know that Iran has made some preparations. We believe that should they choose to attack, they could do it with little or no notice. We don't want it to come to that, Kirby said. Earlier this week, the Biden administration said it was preparing for a potential attack on Israel by Iran and explosives as soon as this week in retaliation for the recent assassinations of top leaders of Hamas and Hezbollah. We have to be prepared for what could be a significant set of attacks, which is why, again, we have increased our force posture and capabilities in the region, even in just the last few days, John Kirby said on Monday, August 12. The Biden administration has been bracing for an attack ever since Iran publicly blamed Israel for back-to-back assassinations of top leaders of Hamas and Hezbollah at the end of July. Israel claimed responsibility for killing Fouad Souk, a top Hezbollah commander in Lebanon, but did not confirm any involvement in the death of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh, who was killed while visiting Tehran on July 31. While speaking at his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey, Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump on Thursday defended his personal attacks on Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris, saying he doesn't have a lot of respect for her. Trump dismissed calls from allies to draw back the focus of his campaign on policy issues in the race to reclaim the White House. The 78-year-old former U.S. president said he is angry at Vice President Harris over the Biden administration's handling of varied issues ranging from inflation to immigration. Trump told reporters, I don't have a lot of respect for her. I don't have a lot of respect for intelligence. I think she'll be a terrible president. I think it's very important that we win. And whether the personal attacks are good or bad, she certainly attacks me personally. The former president's remarks came while responding to questions from his party members, urging him not to make personal attacks on Harris, who is the first woman of color running for presidency. As far as the personal attacks against Harris, I'm very angry at her because of what she's done to the country. I'm very angry at her that she weaponized the justice system against me and other people. I am very angry at her. I think I'm entitled to personal attacks, he said. She actually called me weird. He's weird. It was just a soundbite, and she called JD Vance his running mate, and I weird. He's not weird. He was a grad student at Yale. He went to Ohio State, graduated in 2 years at the top of his class, and all of these different things. We have this guy that's running failed, really a very failed state, who had a terrible care. I mean, you have him saying they're weird. No, he's a weird guy, Trump said. When asked about comments from former rival Nikki Haley that Trump's campaign needs to shift its strategy, Trump said he appreciates her advice, but he would run his campaign my way. Notably, this was Donald Trump's second briefing in as many weeks as he seeks to stop Harris' momentum, since he replaced President Biden as the Democratic nominee in the late July. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.